I got involved with the Sharing Center a couple years after it started. They were still over in the other strip center where they were. And then we outgrew that and we moved over here to where we are now, off of 1792. I believe that God puts us in a community to be a part of the community, and being part of that community means reaching out and sharing what you have, whether it's your talents or your treasures, to be able to give somebody what they don't have.
I first became involved with the Sharing Center in 2013. I've served on the board for the last 8 years, and most recently I was the board chair. You know, I support the Sharing Center because I admire what the people who work and volunteer here do. They are committed to helping people in times when they're in real distress. The mission of the center has been something that has attracted me from the very beginning, that of preventing hunger and homelessness.
I came to the Sharing Center many years ago, having 4 children. They always needed costumes for book reports, so we would come to the store and select items out of the store for their costumes. But I've been a donor for many years through in-kind gifts and financial, but in the last 2 years I joined the board. I think it's so important to help those in our community who just need a hand up at some sort of point in time in their life. There are so many families, individuals struggling.
The Christian mission here of preventing hunger and homelessness is something that I have always believed in. I think most people want to help, but we're not connected to all of the people that live here, you know, in Seminole County. The Sharing Center is a way that I can funnel my resources into them, and the people that serve and volunteer here can help other people.
My name is John Sargent. I've been involved with the Sharing Center for a little more than 5 years now. The main reason why I support the mission of the Sharing Center is because when I retired a few years ago, I had been very blessed in what I was able to do with my life coming forward, and I thought it was time to give back.
As a Catholic Christian, it is about giving back. It's about serving. It's about letting people know that you are a disciple of Jesus.
I believe that there's more than just me and my family and my friends. There's way more to life than that. And every time I come in here and I step into the food pantry, I have a sense of fulfillment.
There was a lady that came in who had, through no fault of her own, hurt herself and wasn't able to do the job that she had been doing. She had 2 children. She was a single mom living in an apartment, and she came in very apologetically, looking for a little bit of help, just some food to get her through the next week. We were able to help her with rent and food assistance throughout the next year until she had completely recovered and was back on her feet. 2 years later, she became one of our best donors, as she came back with her job much better than it had been before, and she was very eager to give back to the organization that had helped get her through that tough time.
There was one time this lady came and she was homeless, and she was devastated because she was not expecting that to happen in her life. And between the Sharing Center and one more agency, we housed her, and her life was completely renewed after we did that.
Oh, I think the Sharing Center is, moving on from its teenage years into its adulthood.
When we began so many years ago, 35 years ago, we said what we wanted to do was help people with a hand up, not a hand out. We wanted to give those people who fell in the gap between government assistance and actually being able to take care of themselves. As I look into the next 35 years, I see that gap widening. I think that the Sharing Center is going to be very active with homelessness and very active with those who are still living in that gap range, with just enough but not enough. And I think that's going to be where we focus in the next 35 years.
So I see the Sharing Center really becoming a social services hub for our county, a place where people can come to get all different types of services that they need.
The next 35 years, well, I'd love to say we go away, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think there'll still be a need for us, and we will probably be the center here in Seminole County for helping those individuals who need our help.
People can make an impact in our community through the Sharing Center in a number of ways. One, you can make direct financial contributions that will help to support our efforts. Two, you can volunteer. This is critical for us as volunteers are really needed to run the day-to-day operations here. Or three, gifts of gently used household items that can be repurposed and resold within our thrift store, or even given to people in our community who need those items, either as clothes or furnishing for housing that we're helping to relocate them to.
When you're cleaning out your garage, you're cleaning out your closet, bringing those in-kind gifts of clothing, household goods, and sharing those with us, and then those go back into helping our neighbors in need.